welcome to Tip of the Week. Today we're going to cover Corte. For those of you who haven't seen the Tip of the Week about throwaway oversway, it will be a good time to review it, as a lot of information in Corte are very similar, and we will just touch upon it today and not describe it in as much detail as in the other one. So, Corte, let's just start with a quick demonstration. As you can see, especially if you have seen the other video, it's quite similar in its beginning, but then it changes into a slightly different line. So, Corte begins the same as throwaway oversway for the men. We're going back onto the left foot, which changes into a side step, and then very quick hip rotation. The difference is really in the direction of the figure. Throwaway oversway went a lot more horizontal, whereas Corte goes upwards. There will also be difference in footwork because of this, because as we are going into the left foot, the heel will stay off the floor in the Corte, so we will only arrive onto the ball of the foot as we continue the line upwards. So we start horizontally and then it goes up. Very important again, the quick rotation of the hip. If we delay the hip rotation, most likely we will lose balance as the follow can pull us forward. Quick rotation will ensure the proper positioning for the follow and good balance for us. The rest is on the follow side.
And it's pretty much, as far as getting into the position, is very much the same as in the throwaway overswing. We have to make sure that we keep the same relative position to our partner. But, of course, as the man is beginning to rise up, we have to follow that and eventually try to extend the line so we don't get a feeling of being a little tight in the body. So what's going to happen is the first step is pretty much the same. We go forward, right side is closed. We get onto the right foot. Now, as we're rising here with him, the left foot will start coming a little bit towards the right foot, but do not confuse it with a closing of the feet, because we should be staying on the right foot. At the same time, to maintain a proper connection, it is very important that we engage the center a little bit. So we want to make sure that we're not dropping back and kind of just trying to lean backward at this point, but we are staying fairly vertical from the lower rib through the hip. And then keep your knees just a little bit flexed so you feel you still have your, let's say, projection towards your partner. Once you have that position, you will be free to extend the upper body much more and create a bigger line. If you're not maintaining a good center and keeping your knees a little bit forward, chances are you're going to have to just stand up straight and hope to balance on your own. Should we show it again?
Absolutely.
So we stay together. I use my center, and then I extend from there. And then we can go.
A couple of things also for the lead. Listening to Katja gave me a few ideas, which I think is important to mention. Also, we are not at any point leaning backwards in the line as we are going into the Corte. We're also staying fairly vertical, creating space here for the follow. Space does not mean that we are giving the hips back. The hips will be in one vertical line here with our lower rib cage. And as we are extending upwards, the more the body comes in forward, you can counterbalance on top, but it is not leaning backwards. At no point should we have the ribs behind the hips. This is not the line we are after. What we are after is more of a vertical line here. Most of the weight will be over the left foot. There will be a pressure in the right foot, in the inside edge of the big toe, but we are not really bringing weight over that foot. So, a couple of extra notes for Corte.